All right. So today I would like to talk about a topic that we usually don't mention in one sentence: cheating and learning. Those who cheat, is said that they are not learning. But what I like to propose today is a very different kind of argument, that in fact cheating can be very rich context for learning, and that it also can provide great incentives for thinking about how to design good games for learning. And I want to start out when we think about, oops, this is more than the 15 seconds. So when you, oops, no, it's going. It's going. All right, so when we think about schools, it's not, no. Okay. When we think about schools, you know that cheating is forbidden. And according to a lot of research, people actually say that quite a majority of students are doing cheating, and they do it for a variety of reasons. But when you kind of look into gaming, you will find that gaming has lots of cheating. People create cheat sites, cheat codes, and even magazines like Cheat Codes publish on what's kind of available. So let's look at a virtual world on how cheating actually happens. This is Wyville, a virtual world for kids. 5 million people go there, and you play educational games to accumulate virtual clams for your avatars. And here's an example of a great cheat site. And if you Google cheats and the name of any game, please don't do this right now, then everything kind of comes to a standstill. You'll find everywhere kids actually create from any age cheat sites. Here's an example of a great cheat site which called itself Wyville's Best Cheat Site. And we're going to look in a moment on how they actually collectively organized creating cheats. A few months ago, a new game came up, the Spitzer Spectrometer, and where you had to match the spectra of colors in order to cam clams. What however happened, anybody who tried to play the game, nobody could beat it. This game was kind of calling for a cheat. It was just virtually impossible to match all the spectra. So just a few days after the game was released, we found on the cheat site a call to action, because people realized the game is way too hard, and they even read up on the internet about spectroscopy and couldn't find anything, and called people to develop collectively a cheat so that everybody can do it. And in order to incentivize other players on Wyville, they even offered clams. Now, 2,000 and 3,000 clams is actually quite hefty if you think about that the upper edge of a daily salary is about 100 clams on that virtual site. So, 2 days passed by, nobody got the award, and the owner said, oh, nobody can find the cheat, and by the way, I'm going on to vacation, but please keep on plugging along and finding a cheat. So just a few days after that, somebody actually found a cheat. And this girl posted the cheat on the site, and it's essentially, she matched all the colors, the spectra, to the elements, and this in science is actually called a reference guide. So once this happens, the cheat gets posted all over on other cheat sites, and now they're asking cheat level 1 has been kind of succeeded. Let's go and find the cheats for level 2. And I love this note, this will benefit us all, the kind of common good among thieves. So eventually, after a few weeks, all the cheat codes have been kind of published. And then Wyville actually removes half of the elements because they realize cheating is the game is way too hard to play. So for those of you who are familiar with kind of gaming cultures, this is nothing unusual, and Jim G and many others have commented that these kind of cheats are actually very good ways of learning. And if we were to organize classrooms according to kind of the principles of collective cheat searches, we could create very good kind of learning environments. So this kind of initiated for me thinking, how can we do this? And we have a great opportunity. In a few months, a new game is going to come up on Wyville. It's called Genscope. And you're going to actually learn how to breed dragons. and learn about genetics at the same time. So you go into a lair, you pick your dragon, and then you kind of, accordingly to the challenges, create a dragon and learn about genetics. But I thought it would be even more interesting if you were to ask kids to create sheet sites explaining others on how they go about creating breeding dragons. And then if you kind of create a good dragon, you can take that with you into the world, and it's a kind of really great type of badge. So I think the lesson learned is that cheating can really be good for learning, but most importantly, it also tells us something about the kind of games. If the game only requires very simple answers, then there isn't much learned about cheating. But if you have a game which has a lot of different answers, then cheating can actually be learning.